Hey guys, it's Michelle Tam of Nom Nom Paleo, and it's Wednesday, so I'm coming on live to show you how to cook something. Today I'm cooking a recipe from the blog, my cauliflower chicken fried rice, which is a tasty, Whole30 friendly, low carb version of your favorite takeout, chicken fried rice. And I actually don't think there's a big difference. Sometimes Ollie and the children, and Owen.
And the children.
And
Hi.
the children.
I'm the children.
Say, it's like cauliflower, but really, I think it's a pretty good pass for rice. And I actually like it because I don't feel all weighed down afterwards. And so today, just like every Wednesday, Ollie is in front of the camera helping me out. Owen is manning the camera, and he will be reading questions out loud that you guys have. So if you guys have any questions while we're cooking this dish, just hop on and make a comment, just say hello. Angelina, our operations manager, is behind the scenes typing answers to all your questions, so welcome. This is a very easy question. So the only thing, the original recipe that's on the Nom Nom Paleo blog and the iOS app is not totally Whole30 because I use green peas in it, and I think technically it's not Whole30 friendly, but the way to make it Whole30 friendly is I actually got some French green beans. You can get regular green beans or snap peas, and then you just cut them up really small like this, and it's a perfect substitute. And this will make it Whole30 because all the other seasonings are Whole30. We use my all-purpose stir-fry sauce as the sauce, so it's Whole30 compliant. And so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to scramble some eggs, because one of the ways that we really fried rice has always been like a leftover makeover. And so, you know, Chinese moms and grandmas have always used it as a way to stretch whatever leftovers they have. So there's always the leftover rice, and then normally whatever leftover protein or some vegetables, and it's all seasoned with a flavorful, you know, like soy type sauce. But a lot of times they don't have enough meat to kind of make it a full meal, so you always supplement it with scrambled eggs. So what I do is I have 3 eggs in here. I'm going to add a little bit of fish sauce, which is my way of making scrambled eggs taste really yummy. And here, I'll pop it. Here, pop it. Hurry. This is getting hot.
Okay.
In fact, Ollie eats scrambled eggs every day, and I always season them with fish sauce. And if I don't season with fish sauce and I just use salt, he thinks it's
Wow.
it doesn't taste so good.
Wow.
What's
Good
so
job,
hard?
Ollie.
Yeah,
I know. It's like
very
you're supposed
good
to
job.
actually scramble it. You can't just cook it.
So everybody's saying that your hair looks really pretty today because your hair is down, which is something that...
My hair is only down if my hair is done. So I had to go get my hair colored, because otherwise it would look like a witch with gray hair is in here. So every once in a while I have to get tweaked. Okay, so I have a frying pan here. I'm going to put in some avocado oil. Avocado oil is kind of my preferred cooking oil for Asian food because there's no flavor. It has a good fatty acid profile, and it has high smoke point, and you can kind of buy it everywhere. So I'm just going to go and scramble this up. I don't really like my eggs super hard scrambled for you know, cauliflower fried rice or fried rice. Some people even will make their fried rice and then push, you know, it all over and then crack the eggs in there. And you can do that. Sometimes I do that when I'm trying to, like, when I don't want to dirty like another container.
Because usually when you're making fried rice, you don't make it exactly to the recipe, right? It's just,
No,
it's mostly
changes all the
improvisational.
time. I did write up this recipe because people are always like, how exactly did you do it? And I'm like, it always changes. It all depends on whatever leftovers you have. But see, this is...
Didn't know that scrambled eggs were this
Fast?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we like giving it to you for breakfast every day. Because it's fast and healthy and super Super easy. So if your pan is not super dirty, I mean, if it is, like, if the egg is really sticky, you can kind of wipe it out. Oh, actually, before I do this, I'm going, so I have here about a pound or like 3/4 pounds of chicken thighs. You can also use chicken breasts that I've diced up into like a 1/4 inch dice. You can also totally use cooked protein. If it is cooked protein, then you don't need to season it because it's, you know, supposedly already seasoned when you originally made it. And you would add it at the end just to kind of heat it up. But because this is raw, we are going to have to cook this, but we're not going to cook it just yet. All I'm doing is I just added a little bit of salt. I add just a smidge of avocado oil, and that's just kind of to season it a little bit and keep it from sticking to each other. Oh, and you know what I need to get? I need to get some sesame oil from the fridge. Can you go get me some, Ollie? It should be in the door. And it's got a little, it's like a little rectangle shape.
So if you're making fried rice with real rice, would you use day-old rice?
For sure. You should definitely use day-old refrigerated rice because, number one, that has resistant starch in it, which is better for, it helps feed your gut bacteria, and it doesn't stick together. So it's always best to not use fresh rice. Okay. I'm trying to see if I did anything different in this recipe from how
Looks like a rectangle. Oh.
Okay.
Mom, is this?
No, look, it's a toasted sesame oil.
Wait, can I?
You can read your labels.
Okay. Okay.
What's that something rectangular?
So I'm heating this up. I seasoned the chicken with a little bit of salt and a little bit of avocado oil, which I will throw in after I throw in some diced onion.
Yeah, I can't. I need to fix camera. Sorry. Where?
All right. Here, Ollie, come up here.
Okay.
And stir this around.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of salt in here because I just kind of season a little bit as we go here. Just stir this around, not too crazy, not where things go crazy, because nobody can find the toasted sesame oil. Maybe I can't find it either. See?
Yeah. I don't know if we have any.
Oh no, we do. We always do.
Yeah, but where? See, this is the Oliver
Oh.
cooking show.
Found it right here.
Wow, and behind everything.
Not behind everything. You just have to look.
You like shoved your arm way in there.
It wasn't in the door. Okay, thank you, Ollie. All right, so you just cook this until the onions. Oops. If you cut them small and uniform, it should only take a few minutes to kind of get them a little bit soft. And I throw in kind of the hard vegetables to cook together. Because like the carrots, I don't really like them to be super crunchy in this. I like them to be kind of tender. And if you wanted to make it easy, you can just get the pre-chopped frozen peas and carrots. You just thaw it before you throw it in here. And so I'm just going to cook this for a little bit.
So
I'm going to add some garlic to this. I don't add the garlic at the beginning because you don't want the garlic to burn. Yeah?
could you use a flax egg?
Flax egg?
Yeah.
No. Like, so a flax egg kind of is like will help bind things. Like in, baked goods, if you can't eat regular eggs, but I wouldn't just eat it just to eat it. Like, if you can't eat eggs in fried rice, you add more protein. Like from, like more chicken. Like, you don't add a flax egg.
Also, could you tell us what brands of pans that you have?
So these are All Clad. I don't know the exact brand, but it's on the link that Angelina will put up. And but the only reason I use this on here is because it works on this induction cooktop. I think it's okay. Like, I don't know that it's my favorite pan ever. I have some other pans I like better, but if I'm demoing it for you guys here, this is what I normally use. All right, so I'm gonna put in some garlic. And then as soon as the garlic's in here, you want to stir it around because you don't want it to burn.
What portable
So
cooktop do you use?
Oh, so this is This one I got on Amazon is a Duck's Top induction cooktop. I think it was like maybe 50 bucks. And it's actually pretty handy. I think it's way better than like one of those other portable cookers.
It smells really good.
Yeah, it's the onions and garlic. And so this is when you throw in the chicken. If you have raw chicken. If you have cooked chicken, you can throw it in at the end. So you gotta cook everything off.
So, someone asked if, or actually a lot of people have asked this question.
Yeah?
When using sesame oil, do you always keep it in the fridge?
I do, because sesame oil is like any food oil and it can kind of oxidize easily. So I keep it in the fridge. And I normally add it at the very end after I'm done cooking just to add flavor. And you don't have to add it. Like people are like, do I have to add it? And you don't have to, but I think it does add nice flavor. And you guys like it when I add it at the end. And so you just cook this until the chicken is no longer pink. But again, if you already have cooked protein, you don't need to worry about this part because it's already cooked and you just add it at the end. Any other questions while I'm cooking the chicken?
So someone said that cauliflower rice tastes bitter to them. Is that something that they're doing, or is that just something that can happen with cauliflower rice? Or like, what sort of thing is that?
Well, cauliflower rice shouldn't taste bitter. I mean, the thing with cauliflower rice is it normally is pretty flavorless. Unless, sometimes the store-bought stuff that's already pre-cut, not necessarily the frozen stuff, but the fresh stuff that's pre-cut, I mean, that stuff can go bad pretty fast. So I don't know if it's some cauliflower that's gone bad or what. But if you season it, with something really flavorful, like my all-purpose stir-fry sauce or some fish sauce, it shouldn't taste bitter. And a lot of people have said that they have tricked their veggie-hating family members into liking it. Like they'll say, hey, this is fried rice, and then they're like, okay, and they totally buy it, which I'm not I'm not quite convinced, but that is what people tell me. And maybe some of you guys can jump in and say if that's true for you guys or not.
So
okay, so this is all, the chicken is all cooked. And I transfer it to the plate that has the egg. And the reason why I'm not throwing in the cauliflower in here is because, there's no room.
So, are you using chicken legs or chicken thighs? And usually you'd make fried rice in like a bigger pan, right?
This is like a 10-inch. It doesn't, like most people don't have like giant 12-inch or 14-inch. Even if I had a 12-inch, I probably would still take it off because it's not a big deal to just transfer it to another pan. It's just a small thing. So I'm gonna heat this up again. What was the question?
Do you use chicken leg or chicken?
Yeah, leg or thigh.
Chicken thighs. I mean, a thigh is part of the chicken leg. I mean, you can buy chicken legs, but then you have a lot of self-butchering for yourself to do to cut it up in little cubes. So it's easier for something like this if you have boneless, skinless chicken thighs or boneless, skinless chicken breast. Personally, I don't like chicken breast, but on fried rice like this, where it's cooked really fast and doesn't get, overcooked and dried, I don't mind it as much.
So somebody,
Okay, so I have a pound of rice cauliflower. You can use fresh or frozen. If you have frozen, you do it straight from the freezer. You don't thaw it. And you kind of cook it off until all of the excess moisture is kind of evaporated. But, you can also use the fresh stuff.
So someone says that they see that you're using a frying pan instead of a wok. So is it worth it to purchase a wok? Does it make a difference? Or just a good quality frying pan is fine?
Frying pan is fine. I have never owned... No, I actually...
That's not true.
We lived in San Francisco and we actually had a wok station in our kitchen that was put there by the previous owners. We lived there 10 years and I never used it. Because I don't know how to use it. Like, it's actually a very complicated thing. Like, you have to season your wok. I guess it's not that complicated, but for me, it was just too much work to figure out how to season the wok and everything. But even my mom...
She uses a wok sometimes.
No, she doesn't.
Yeah, she has a wok.
Not really.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, yes.
She doesn't use it.
You don't stay at her house.
I guarantee you. The next time she comes, we will talk, we will ask her.
Fine. I see we're doing this then,
So-
okay?
This one, no, this is not the one. Okay, so for cauliflower rice, you can actually cover it a little bit.
Oh, great. Ollie made a face.
You can cook it for like 2 or 3 minutes. Just kind of steam it a little bit. Let's see if I did it. I'm trying to think. Because I just do it my way, I want to make sure that I'm following it the way I do it in the recipe.
And someone said Wokgate, and that is what this is. We're officially at war.
No, that's not I remember I was like, dude, look, I have a wok station at our house. Do you want to come make authentic Chinese food in a wok? And she was like, no, I don't know how to use that. So she doesn't.
Or maybe it's just wok station and not just like
No,
wok.
she doesn't use a wok. She might
Okay.
have one of those all-clad, like, European
Yeah,
woks.
I mean that
But
counts,
that's
doesn't
not,
it?
no,
That
it's
that
not, no, it's not one that's like
if
made of
if it's called
carbon
a
steel
wok,
and
then it's a
seasoned.
wok.
Alright.
Okay. Someone says, "Am I correct by saying that this would be low carb?"
I think it's pretty low carb. I mean, it's lower carb than using white rice. But, you know, my all-purpose stir-fry sauce is also pretty low carb. Like, for this recipe, I am using a 1/4 cup, which is 4 tablespoons. So the total carbs for that is 14 grams of carbs for the whole dish. So 14 divided by 4 is about, what, 3 grams-ish? 3 to 4 grams, right?
Wow. Yeah.
And so
What-
I guess we would say it is like low carb.
Great. Let's see. Someone says, how do you keep it from getting mushy?
You watch it.
And
Okay, so I
is
covered it just a little bit.
this
But if
Whole30?
you're worried about it, yeah, this is Whole30. And the only modification I did from the recipe on the blog is I used some diced French green beans or haricots vert instead of peas, because peas are technically not Whole30. You can eat after a Whole30, because even as Melissa Hartley says, you know, a Whole30 is for, 30 days, and then you figure out what you tolerate, and that is the rest of your life, and that's the food freedom. Okay, so I think this is pretty close. So you keep it from getting super mushy by, taking off the cover and then just kind of frying it open. I'm going to put a 1/4 cup of all-purpose stir-fry sauce. I know you guys saw me with like a bottle of this, but they don't sell this anymore. It was being sold at the Whole Foods on the West Coast and the Rocky Mountain region, but it was only a one-time thing, and so I hoarded it myself, and I bought all of these. You can make it yourself. The recipe is on the blog. It's in our yellow cookbook. It is on our, it's on our app. It's like everywhere. All right, so I'm going to stir this around. You want this to get absorbed into the cauliflower as well. So it's actually okay to have this a little bit al dente before you add the all-purpose stir-fry sauce. And the all-purpose stir-fry sauce, if you make it the way I tell you to, is Whole30 compliant. Okay, so this is the point. I'm going to add these green beans because they probably do need to get cooked a little bit. These ones I don't care if they're crunchy. Like the carrots, I don't love that they're crunchy in here. But this, I'll cook it a little bit. And you can see that most of the liquid has already been absorbed, right? Like when I'm pushing it away, you can see that it's just a little bit on the sides.
That's pretty quick.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. And so then I'm going to add the other ingredients back in. And it's okay if there's liquid in here. I put it all in. I think it just adds. flavor. And if you're like, oh, it'll get all soggy, you can, you know, kind of cook off any extra liquid. But I think it just tastes good. I don't know. I think sometimes when people are just way too, I mean, obviously, I shouldn't say that because I am very picky about how my food tastes. But sometimes I think people use the whole excuse that something's not perfect and that's why they won't do it. And that's not how you should approach cooking. You just practice, and then eventually you'll get better at it, just like every other skill. You can't just, you know, think that you're gonna just do it one time and have it be perfect. All right.
So
this, and once you put in like the eggs and the chicken, I turn off the heat because the eggs are already cooked, the chicken's already cooked. You just kind of want to make sure everything is hot. Okay, this is the point when you would taste your seasoning, add a little bit of toasted sesame oil, some extra all-purpose stir-fry sauce if you need to. First, I'm going to just try it.
And what is the shelf life of this in the fridge for leftovers?
This?
Yes.
I think like anything, like 4 days or so. But that all depends on how, like on your practices. So you can add a little bit of all-purpose stir-fry sauce. Let me just add a smidge more. You can add a little bit of fish sauce. You can add some salt. Whatever. You should always just try it and make sure that it's seasoned properly. I'm gonna add. Actually, it smells really good, and it looks like. Here, I'm gonna put the other stuff on it. And because toasted sesame oil is very overpowering, I always do it very slowly onto my spatula, so that if I accidentally add too much, I can throw it in the sink. All right.
Someone asked if you would change the recipe at all if you had shrimp.
Shrimp, like with fresh shrimp?
I think so. Or for, probably both.
Yeah. I mean, you would cook it really quickly, just like this raw chicken. But yeah, you'd add a little bit of salt. You might not even need to add salt. I mean, shrimp on its own is actually pretty salty, just because it's like, you know, been in salt water its whole life. But you would cook it and then set it aside, and then you would throw it back in at the end, and I bet it would taste delicious. All right, so I'm gonna have you guys try this. See, how long was that? That was really fast, right? And so the only advice I have for you guys if you're making this at home is to do like I did and prep it ahead of time. So if everything is prepped and ready, you can just go boom, 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 and then fry it all together. But if you're like chopping and frying, like things will burn, you'll be frustrated, there'll be a big mess. Here, I'm gonna have you guys try a little.
Have we made this on Facebook Live? Because I feel like we have.
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't think so. That's why I did it. That's why I chose it. Because I like it because it's simple and it's tasty. It's totally modifiable. And does your cauliflower taste bitter?
Let's see. It's very hot.
Oh, speaking of hot, you can add sriracha to this. I mean, there's lots of ways to like jazz it up. In fact, a popular way that I used to eat fried rice as a kid was I would put ketchup on it.
Oh yes, that is good.
I know it sounds like, I think a lot of people are like, wow, that sounds weird, but it's like
It's like the Japanese thing, right? Where they.
like an omoraisu.
Yeah.
I guess so, but it is a very Chinese American thing to like put. How is it? Gross. See, even my picky son said it's good. All right, so here is the final dish. Da-da-da.
Wow.
Cauliflower chicken fried rice. It is super fast, even faster if you have leftover protein, like leftover roast chicken or steak or anything. Kahlua pig makes an excellent fried rice. There's lots of fried rice variations on my site. The kimchi fried rice. I have an Asian cauliflower fried rice with bacon. And then this one right here. So that's it. Thanks for tuning in, and we will be back next week. Bye, guys.